Hello from Disney California Adventure. This is the second part of our huge California Adventure day. We just had dinner at Carthay Circle Restaurant, which was delicious. I almost said theater because it is a theater, but it was really good. And now we're heading back to Grizzly Peak. This is like the Grizzly Peak Adventure Trail that's next to Grand Californian, which is where we were this morning for breakfast. It's pretty significantly busier now than it was this morning. Like, look at all of these people passing by Grizzly River Run right over here, which I don't think we're going to be doing this trip. It's a little bit too cold, even though we have, or I have done this, I guess, technically before. It was a while ago, and it was technically cold then, but I think we're okay. But this is where we're heading, the Redwood Creek Challenge Trail. I don't think we're going to be doing any of the activities. I just wanted to walk through this area just because it's really nice, it's really pleasant. It's one of my favorite parts about a park, is just a pleasant walk through area that's incredibly themed. This is the Grand Californian. This is where we had breakfast this morning. I think the pool is pretty much right there. Okay, so we're heading up the stairs, I think just to walk across the net up there. Here we are, doing Grizzly Peak Adventure Trail. Living my dream, man. I don't remember this being this expansive last time. This is pretty cool. Okay, so I think we're heading back down now. We walked across these bridges up here. A bit of a traffic jam situation. We're almost down to the bottom. Woohoo! Is that fun? Just a quick trip?
Probably made the viewers nauseous.
Okay, so now we are heading over to Disneyland. I just wanted to more or less get that out of my system. But on to Disneyland. So we're going to Disneyland to see what we can do with the amount of time that we have left with the rides that we did not get to do yesterday. When we come back to California Adventure tonight, we might try to walk out through this area because we don't really give Grizzly Peak the amount of attention that it deserves. So we're passing through Carthay Circle right now, trying to get over to Disneyland. It's getting pretty busy. There comes another trolley. That's so cool just how close it gets to you, just walking through the streets. Didn't really film a lot of, what is this, Buena Vista Street, I think, heading into California Adventure. But I like it. I like the theming. I like the trolley cables above us. So we're heading through the exit right now and then straight across to Disneyland. So we definitely want to ride Alice in Wonderland and Pirates of the Caribbean. I think those are our main rides that we want to try to do right now. We have a ton of rides that we definitely want to do, but I think those are the ones that we want to prioritize. But we are park hopping, which you can do at 11 o'clock here instead of 2 o'clock. What are you doing, Disney World? So we've been heading into Disneyland over there, so we are walking in over here this time. Okay, so the parade is about to start, so we're going to try to continue on further into the park. What area is this? This is not Town Square, right? So I think we're heading back towards Pirates right now just to make sure that we do that. It's still so incredibly just how busy it is at Disneyland. Just this week, we stopped walking along the sidewalk because it's incredibly packed and we could just walk in the middle of the street until the parade comes. So we can also do Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. We'll see what time allots for that because we do have that at home. They do have a superior effect, but it's pretty much just inverted for the most part. Pirates closed last night when we wanted to do it, and Pirates is absolutely superior here at Disneyland, so we have to do that. That's the Tropical Hideaway, which is next to Jungle Cruise over here, which is where we had to have dinner last night, where we sat to have dinner. So we passed by Jungle Cruise and Indiana Jones, and then they're working on the treehouse here, and this is Pirates. This is the Adventureland treehouse, and this is what it's going to look like apparently. We're crossing over the bridge right now. That is a pretty long wait. This does not have lightning lane availability. And on the other side, there's Tom Sawyer Island, there's the Columbia over there, and then the Mark Twain. So this is posted at a 25-minute wait currently, so we'll see what that ends up being. So this line splits up into two different queues, technically. So we're going up this ramp, and there's another line that goes up the other ramp over there. We should be inside in just a minute, and we can head over to Fantasyland, I think, to ride the Casey Jr. train, and probably Alice. This is such an interesting part of this queue. We are about to get on to Pirates of the Caribbean. We're sitting in the very back row. That's where we just got into the boat. This is the Blue Bayou restaurant over here, which we tried to get a reservation at, but it is very challenging to get a reservation over here. Passing through the bayou now. God, Pirates of the Caribbean is so incredible. There's multiple drops here. I feel like I forgot that.
magnificent treasure as my reward for life of villainy, larceny, skullduggery.
Here's everybody in line for Pirates of the Caribbean. So we just got a Pirates of the Caribbean line over there. It is very interesting that it comes at the lift hill here, which makes sense. I think similar to Walt Disney World, that's how it navigates the train tracks. So this is the line now for Pirates of the Caribbean, which is a little bit lengthier, so I'm glad that we got a line when we did. It's not fair just how much better their Pirates of the Caribbean is. To be fair, theirs was the original and intentional compared to ours, which was an afterthought. That was probably the parade, by the way, that made that line a little bit less lengthy than it is now, or made it lengthy now compared to what it was when we got a line. So we're going to go around the castle, but we want to get some pictures in front of the castle while it's still daytime. So we took some pictures on the other side of the castle, and then we came over to this side of the castle. This is over by the wishing well, which is right over here. You can head through here to Fantasyland, which we could do, but I think we're heading back to Alice the other way. And by other way, I just mean around this direction. There's the monorail. So actually, alternative option, we're heading over to the Storybook Land canal boats. We've only ever done this one time, so we wanted to prioritize making sure that we did it again. And so there was a little bit of a delay, but we should be getting onto the Storybook Land canal boats very soon, hopefully in a few minutes.
We're going to be sailing directly inside the monstrous jaws of Monstro the Mega Whale. But don't panic, folks, I know what I'm doing. We are actually using him as a magical gateway to our current destination today. And that is going to be Storybook Land just around the throat here. The pig's homes up ahead there are constantly under attack by the big bad wolf. Just wants to show up and blow them to the ground, right? We started off with the house made of straw, moved on to the house made of sticks, but finally met his match when he encountered the pig's masterpiece. That beautiful home there is crafted out of 100% wolf-proof guarantee bricks. Home to a young girl named Alice, who one day chased a white rabbit all the way to a rather curious-looking rabbit hole, where she then proceeded to fall all the way down into Wonderland on that golden afternoon. We're going to spot the lovely London Park, aka Giant Duck Hotel. But regardless, this is where Peter Pan met the darling children and the Velvet Jingle Bell. They were able to go far to the midnight sky. Bearing straight ahead in the distance there is Agrabah, city of mystery and enchantment, where Aladdin bumped into Princess Jet, the local Martha Monte, and stole her heart. Wonder, where Aladdin's story truly began. And though inside he found nothing but cursed treasure, it also contained one ordinary lamp which he was able to get his hands on, and it would forever change his life. When the genie within emerged and granted him 3 wishes, Snow White stumbled upon this quiet little cottage on the right, where she met us every morning, with a gift for a tiny, very nice home. Go near the artwork in the minds of their Cinderella. This is where Cinderella made her way up to the very top at that royal ball, where she found her Prince Charming. Unfortunately, though, she couldn't make it back home before midnight, and as a result, all the magic of the evening disappeared, and her carriage turned back into a pumpkin on its way back home. Now, straight ahead here on the water's edge, we can spot Old Rat's hiding from a tree on a map, as well as his neighbor, Mr. Toad in Toad Hall. Well, it appears neither of them seem to be home today, as they're probably still out on that wild ride to, nowhere in particular. Down the street from there is the Kingdom of Arendelle, where Anna and her frozen friends, Sven, Olaf, and Kristoff, journey far and wide up to Elsa's ice palace atop the mountains, and prove that essentially love can weather any snowstorm. Just across the waters is the Alpine Village as well, which Geppetto wished him on a star one night so his dog could become a dreamy boy. However, the smooth fairy tale advances away from him after his son Pinocchio was saved him in the depths of Monstro's belly. Here on our right is Prince Eric's castle, where Ariel chose to be like the Atlantica unto the sea, and take our first steps to a brand new one here where the people are. In fact, you can see that city of Atlantica tucked away to our left here beyond the waterfall.
Yay! We built the Storybook Canal boats. So before the sun sets, we think we're going to go ahead and just go over to the Casey Jr. train. That's where we just went through the mouth of Monstro and our cute little Storybook Land adventure. Awesome by Dumbo right now. And right over here, that's the Casey Jr. train, which shouldn't be too long of a wait. Alright, so we found the line for the Casey Jr. train. It's a little bit backed up, so we'll see how long it takes. So we waited in line over here for Casey Jr., but it was a 30-minute wait, so we're heading over to Alice. This is the Maxi Party line, and Alice is right over here. This is supposed to be a 35-minute wait, but I really wanted to do Alice if we were going to do one more ride. Disneyland has just been so busy the past couple days. There's the canal boats, the Maxi Party, and then the Casey Jr. train. So they took about, I don't know, 20 minutes or so, and we're doing it. We're riding Alice in Wonderland.
Mr. Rabbit, wait! Please! He went this way. No, that way. I'm not sure where I am either. Wait! Don't go, please! This way.
Since this is the false we train, we're painting the roses red.
Don't tell the queen what you have seen.
Or say that's what we say. We're painting the roses red.
Nothing. Royal Majesty, the queen, the wife, and the king.
Can we play croquet?
And Rule 42, the queen always wins. What the heck?
And now we're on the roof. There's Matterhorn way over there. This is relaxing and pretty. I don't think we've ever done this at night. See how long that line is? It's so busy in Disneyland. What's going on?
What is going on?
My beautiful cake.
Yay! We rode Alice in Wonderland at night as our final Disneyland ride of the evening of the trip. No, it's not. We're going over to California Adventure of Disneyland. All right, off we go to California Adventure to watch World of Color and then hopefully ride Radiator Springs. There's Tomorrowland over there. We've made it back to the hub, heading towards Main Street, USA. Over there's Adventureland and Frontierland. Goodbye, Sleeping Beauty Castle. We'll see you again. Hopefully it doesn't take another several years.
Goodbye, really pretty hub with your trees
Oh, the
and all your twinkle
Castle
lights.
Hub here is amazing. I'm not sure which Main Street USA is superior. I think they're both different. I think that ours is a little bit wider, right? This one's definitely a little bit smaller. I do think that our Casey's Corner and our Plaza Ice Cream is pretty superior, though, to what they have here in Disneyland. And of course, we have to wave goodnight to Walt's apartment over in the fire station over there. We just took a couple last-minute pictures in front of the train station here on our way out of Disneyland. And of course, we're heading directly across the promenade from Disneyland to Disney California Adventure. So we should be able to just scan our tickets and then directly head over to World of Color. So the park doesn't close for about another hour and a half or so. And World of Color should be about 30 minutes, I think. So we should have time to do something afterwards, which we like to do Radiator Springs. This is the only virtual queue drop that they're doing at the moment right now, so I had to get that earlier at noon. So now we just need to try to find where to go with our virtual queue return time. I'm presuming we'll find everybody else. There's Adventures Campus at nights, which is still pretty weird. We're so used to a Bugs Land, even though it's been years since we've been back to a Bugs Land. And then a Cars Land, which I don't think we've ever seen it without an overlay. Just regular Cars Land. So we've almost made it to Pixar Pier. And straight ahead to the viewing area for World of Color, which is starting in about 15 minutes. So I think that this is our entrance over here. We're in the blue viewing entrance. All right, so we made it into our viewing area, and we're hoping to get as close as possible. We'll see.
Reward is to have the public appreciate and accept what I've done all these years. That is a great reward.
One man, one dream. 100 years ago, Walt Disney set ripples of happiness and imagination in motion. He showed us how little ripples can become great waves. It just takes one. Sometimes
us to go inside the test kitchen just to see what it looks like over there. Maybe put in a mobile order. But we're hoping to end the night over at Radiator Springs. So World of Color, personally, I don't know. I don't know if I liked it. It wasn't a bad show. It was just, I don't know, it was just another standard Disney audio clip montage. Okay, we are back in Avengers Campus. Over here heading towards the test kitchen. So the contestant kitchen is just right around the corner on the other side of Web Slingers. This is pretty cool at night. Right inside the test kitchen. Let's see if we can get any food. So inside the kitchen, this is pretty fun. So a little pretzel goes inside here. And then I shrinks it or enlarges it. So the one before this was enlarged and that one was shrunk. See that tiny little pretzel up there? So we got our food and I was inspired because look what I got. I got this massive pretzel. Also look at these condiments over here. And then the sodas are in the ceiling. So we found a table outside and look at the size of this pretzel. It is huge. Oh my god. So we both got a couple drinks. So this is the Quantum Pretzel, which is just a massive pretzel with beer cheese back there. But we both got some non-alcoholic beverages. This is the Milky Fizz. This is what Brenna got. This is desert pear flavored soda water with, what is that, cream?
Cream?
Yeah. And then I got the Proton Punch, which is lemonade, berry puree, cherry flavored filled boba, and grenadine filled pipetta. So we're going to actually probably bring this with us because we are heading over to Radiator Springs. Again, just look at the size of this pretzel. Oh my god. All right, so we've made it back over to Radiator Springs. We have our drinks and my massive pretzel, and we're over to the Radiator Springs Racers. It's supposed to be an 80-minute wait right now, but we made it. So we made it in line. And it does look like a pretty long wait. I'm confused because we're in standby right now, but those lines over there are incredibly long. This is an individual line. Oh, there's the line straight ahead. Okay, so it's officially 10 o'clock, which is when the park closes tonight. There's nobody behind us. Are we going to be the very final people on Radiator Springs Racers tonight? I'm almost done. I've been committing to this.
Oh my god.
Alright, it's the front of the line. Going to about 20 minutes. Here we go. We're riding Radiator Springs Racers at night. I love this song so much. It's so pleasant. Here's the reveal. So we're just right down there. Inside the mountain. So now we're heading back to the front of California Adventure, which is closed. We've ridden Radiator Springs so we can go back to the hotel. We weren't the very last people to ride Radiator Springs, but we were amongst the last, and I'll take that. Good night, Radiator Springs. Hopefully we'll see you again at some point soon. Bye. That's a pretty cool shot. going down the street towards Radiator Springs Racers. All right, we're heading back to Carthay Circle, and we're heading all the way down Buena Vista Street. Right back there is Oswald's gas station. I am so glad that we were able to ride at Radiator Springs. That was the plan, that was the hope, but most theme park stuff doesn't work out sometimes when you get optimistic about it, and this actually did work out.
And we won.
Yes, we won. I was like, what did we win? There's Disneyland over there. Brennan's jamming to the new song that we heard for the new parade at Disneyland. What a couple days at Disneyland we've had. So now back to Harbor Boulevard and then all the way down to the Howard Johnson. Thank you for visiting. Thank you for allowing us to visit Disneyland. So we're back in the room and incredibly tired. This was the part 2 continuation of our massive California adventure day today that started to the Grand Californian, and we went to the California Adventure theme park. And then this video in particular started after our Carthay Circle dinner. We went to Grizzly Peak and then over to Disneyland. We did not get to do everything that we wanted to do at Disneyland.
Yeah, for whatever reason, we could just not ride Thunder Mountain.
Apparently not.
The universe didn't want us to ride Thunder Mountain.
So I guess we'll just have to come back at some point, right?
Yeah. I wanted to walk through Galaxy's Edge. It was just kind of like a bottom of the list kind of thing, just to like say that we did, but I know what's in there, so.
I would have just wanted to go in through the entrance that we don't have in Orlando. But yeah, we'll just have to come back and check it out. It's pretty identical, I think, otherwise. As far as like the rides that we got to do, I feel very satisfied with all of the rides at Disneyland in particular that we did. We did pretty much everything in California Adventure that we wanted to do, which is great. And I don't really regret seeing World of Color, but it was just sort of an okay show for me. It was just, to me, it was just another clip montage. I liked the beginning and the end of it, and it's a beautiful show. It's an incredible show that I think we could somehow incorporate in Walt Disney World.
I thought the ending was very abrupt. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't realize it ended.
Yeah, everybody just sort of stood around for a while after it ended,
like-
and that's when I was like, should we just let's go. I think it's over. We need to go to Pim Kitchen so I can get some sort of
The
novelty
biggest pretzel you've ever had in your life.
Yeah. But it was a fun day, and what we didn't get to do is okay because a lot of the stuff that we did now, we wanted to make sure that we did because it's either our favorite or something that we didn't do last time, and that's why we wanted to do the Storybookland canal boats.
Yeah, because we only did that on our first trip.
Yeah. And we wanted to do the Casey Jr. train, but the wait was really long for that. And then my personal, what I wanted to do really bad was Alice, so I'm glad that we got to do that. And then, yeah, Big Thunder Mountain, I don't know what was going on with that. But we had a great day, and this was our final Disneyland California adventure today.
We're done at
Day
Disney.
today. But tomorrow we have something very exciting and very fun that we have never done before. So we'll see you soon. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.
Goodbye!